this video, my audience is going to be my younger sister Reagan, and I have her here on FaceTime. So do you guys remember your school days? Not your middle school days, because I think most of us would rather not when it comes to those. Some good memories probably come to mind, but for a lot of us, so do many, many bad ones. And most people have a very negative school experience for a number of different reasons. In a research study done by Britta Belli, she states that in a nationwide survey of 21,678 U.S. high school students, researchers from the Yale Center for Emotional Intelligence and the Yale Child Study Center, they found that nearly 75% of the students had feelings that were negative towards school. And 75% is a really, really big number that shouldn't exist at all. You know, school should be a positive experience for everyone, and I believe it should be a positive experience because what most people don't realize is that it's not just a building where you go to learn. It's a place where for 7 hours a day, 5 days a week, 4 days a month, 4 weeks a month, 10 months a year, and 13 years straight, a child's future will be shaped and molded. Right now, these children's schools are overcrowded, underfunded, and overall just completely outdated. For example, a bit of a personal example with me is in elementary school, there were 31 kids in my 4th grade class, and we had one teacher for the 7 hours that we were there, which is asinine to me. But the classroom only had 27 desks, and so that meant that 4 of us had to sit at little folding table and chairs that my teacher was nice enough to go out on her own and buy. And the shocking thing about this story, though, is that a lot of you listening probably don't find it that shocking because you've had similar experiences. And I find that like mind-blowing because this normal school experience for most people, and it shouldn't be at all. You know, at the time this happened, I didn't think much of it. I didn't find it as odd, and probably neither do a lot of you. But as I grew up and learned more later on, no thanks to school, I can look back and say, wow, that was really messed up. I would really like to do something about this. So for a bit more background, I became more knowledgeable and passionate about this. One, because my mom is actually an elementary school teacher, and now she's a data manager for an elementary school. So she's worked in the school system for 15 years, and she's noticed a lot of the same problems. And 2, because I watched this video by Richard Williams called "I Sued the School System," and it covers a lot of great topics on why the school system needs to be reformed and innovated because of how outdated and just cruel it is, really. And it also inspired me to become more involved in my community's education system, and I think you guys should too. The only way we can help kids to have a brighter future through education and have a more positive experience is becoming more involved in their education. We can do things like watch school board meetings, vote in local school board elections, or even just like getting to know your child's teacher and what they may need for their classroom. And then there are also events that we can participate in, like big things like PTA fundraisers, or even something small as like a class party that they do around like Christmas. But every little thing helps. Nothing is too small. So all in all, school should be a place where kids can prosper rather than perish, and right now many of them aren't. We can help change this by being active in some way, shape, or form in these kids' education. And now, as I end this speech, you're still probably wondering, why in the world should I care about some kids that I don't even know? I don't even have kids. Why should I worry about it? And the answer to that is really simple. Kids are gonna be our future, and I, for one, would like our future to be a good one.